I want my HTV. I want it now, and I want it live. Yay! So I was, oh boy, I got my head back in the game, guys. Oh, wait, shoot. Wait, stay on page, don't leave. I'm going to lose all my work. Huh. What is today? Sunday. Happy Resurrection Day. April 12th, 2020. Okay, so I got my head back in the game. Sorry for the bad videos I've been making. It's been a very emotional past 2 months, to say the least. I have my edited version of my autobiography. I tried to upload it to my website today, and the internet gave me such a problem. I still have to write 3 more parts in to the book, but I want to get up that edited version ASAP, so within the next week I will be doing that. I suggest that you guys print it out. I welcome you to share the link and share the book with everybody. I definitely want the edited version up because it translates a lot better, it reads a lot better, and I still left it raw and uncensored, by the way. So it's just the way that it is, but it's edited, so it's grammatically correct. And then there was a death in the family, and no, it was not from the COVID-19. It had nothing to do with any virus. So it was pre-existing conditions. Not that it's anybody's business, but I just want to make that very clear because I know how people's imaginations love to run away. I have an imagination of my own. So, sorry that I've fallen to pieces on HTV and on all your shoulders, but okay. In my research and studies, I wanted to share this with you. I wrote something today. I said, what are we going to do when this stops? Do we go back to writing each other? Should we start exchanging addresses now? I cannot give mine out, though, not yet anyhow. So our cells will be shut off, and the internet is slowing to a stop. Remember the videos of China? They said it was a beta test. So then, what is America? This is a disaster. I have to prepare. First, Yahweh. I need my Yahweh, my golden bow, and Holy Spirit. Second, I need Yahweh to guide me this moment and in the days to come. So I came across, I'm going to drop, it's an article by Dave Hodges, The Common Sense Show. It's titled, "It's time to go into secret mode as America enters its toughest days in history." Robert Griswold and Dave Hodges, April 12th. So, where am I? I am here. Where's my chat room? Hey, Wendy, Trunk, it's great to see you guys. I love you. All right, so this is the article, right? It's telling me it's too long. Darn it. Huh. How am I going to get you guys this link if it's too long for my chat room? No, see. Oh, here, description, paste. Perfect. Okay, so I edited the video. If you go into my description box, not the chat room, in the description box, there's a link. Hey, Uncle Obvious, I have been praying for you, my brother. I was actually going to give you a call. I've been dealing with, like, depression a little bit of anxiety, but anyway, I'm praying for you, and I'm praying for your cat, too. All right, in this article with Griswold and Hodges. They talk about the internet slowing down. And just today, I could not upload my edited version of my book. It gave me such a problem. And then I thought I had lost everything that I created on my website. And I thought I lost everything, but thank heavens I did not. But I noticed that the internet's giving me a problem. I personally have noticed that my cell phone is very slow, extremely slow. And it's very great that I'm back home on the farm because I know my way around. I don't need Google Maps to tell me where I am. I just know where I am. So, praise be to Yud Hey Vav Hey that I'm in my own place. I'm on familiar territory where I've been born and raised, and that's that. Period. This is where I'm supposed to be. So, but I was noticing these things, guys, and we'll pray for you. Thank you, Uncle Obvious. I appreciate it. Will you pray that, like, the food fairy flies food over here for me so I don't have to, like, cook? I really don't want to cook. Do you know I have 87 text messages on my cell phone? I have 2 months of emails and private messages I still haven't gone through, but thank you guys for allowing me to reach out to you here and contact you. But, so what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Do we start exchanging each other, like, addresses so we can start writing each other letters? Or are they going to stop the mail and just hold their mail? But have you guys noticed this at all with the internet and the cell phone slowing? So again, in the description box, there is a link. I'll read you the article. No, I can't screen share because my notifications are on. I wish I could, though. I wish I could. Well, maybe if I do it real quick here. Alright, this is what I'm reading to you. It is time to go into secret mode as America enters its toughest days in history. Robert Griswold and Dave Hodges. Here's the article. It's pretty short. And then there's an hour-long video. So I'm going to read the article to you. And here's the video, if you just want to cut to the chase after I read the article. Where are my screens? You need mana to stop. Oh, drop on you from heaven. Yes, I pray. I pray for all of us. Okay. Survival expert Robert Griswold will tell you that it is time to go into secret mode. We are days, weeks, at the most, a couple of months away from the riots. There will be food riots. There will be the riots against the unreasonable imprisonment that America has been subjected to. There is pent-up anger across the country, and it is ready to explode, as Robert Griswold says. It is definitely time to go into secret mode. Secret mode means that you hide your preps from everyone else. You must give the appearance that you are in the same dire situation as your neighbors who did not prepare. In the following interview, Griswold suggests that in the upcoming weeks, as the inevitable food riots occur, that you have already purchased oversized clothing in order that you will appear to be destitute as everyone else. Robert Griswold talked greatly about the crisis that we are involved with. He clearly feels that the lockdown will be responsible for more deaths than the coronavirus. After Griswold and myself laid out the threats, we spend a great deal of time talking about how to minimize your risks as average Americans are living through the coming famine and eventual civil unrest ending in civil war. Cell phone shutdowns are almost upon us. The internet is being slowed down and eventually will disappear. COVID-19 is the cover for the deep state to steal our country. There is much, much more that every American needs to hear in this bombshell of an interview. So what I dropped in the comment section was the link to the video. I read you the article. Hey, Angelo Garcia, happy Resurrection Day, and my love to you in Tucson, Arizona. You guys are having power surges. Oscar Lopez Martini, I Won't Stop Believing. That's like one of my favorite songs. I can play it on the piano. Don't Stop Believing by Journey. Hi, Yeshua Blessings. Happy Resurrection Day. Wow, I can't believe that the time has come, my friends. It is definitely bearing down upon us. We are in the prelude to the Great Tribulation. So, on that dire note, remember that Yeshua is bigger than their technology. Yeshua is bigger than their gods. Yeshua is bigger than their power and money. And we are to rely on Him for everything, every second of the day, every moment of the night as we sleep. And He will guide us through these days to come. So definitely go before Him. Take a knee, go before Him, ask Him what you can do for Him and how to prepare for this, how to prepare your family and your loved ones. Have a game plan. And you have to have protection too. Don't forget about that. Hey, narrow path, I love you, my brother. Seek the Lord while you can find Him. Call on Him now while He is near. Isaiah 55, verse 6. Thank you, the narrow path. I appreciate it. So, I'm not going to feed you a bunch of fear porn. 60 degrees out, but I'm chilly today for some reason. Yes, I think the coronavirus is real. I think people get sick from it. I do think people die from it. I think it's no different than any other virus that we've experienced through, like, the winter season, like the flu. Everybody goes to get their flu shot every year. I feel, and I'm just sharing a personal opinion, I feel that through what I've seen, they're messing with the numbers of this COVID-19, and if you use their numbers by increasing by 33%, like in 3 months, the whole population of the U.S. would be dead or sick. Sick and dead, dying, and so their numbers don't add up. But I do think it's a real virus, absolutely. I'm not discrediting or devaluing that at all. But I do think it's being used as a cover story. We're looking at the NWO, guys. It's not going to be pretty. It's really not. And if we go into a blackout, I got to bring this up again. I probably shouldn't. But remember those videos they were showing us of China? Where there were these people dressed up in, like, surgical outfits or whatnot. And they got their weapons loaded, and they were walking into people's houses just shooting them because they were suspected of having the COVID-19. And supposedly, people were being shot in their living rooms for it. So, are we going into darkness for that to happen? I have to stop and ask the question. Pretty scary thought. I'll tell you though, the people that I could be with in the last days and end times, I'm sitting here with right now. All of you, all 9. We're all together through this. And we're basically Yud Hey Vav Hey called us for this time. I was just talking to someone yesterday about this. You know, Adam and Eve were called to be at the beginning of time. Wow, could you imagine what it was like at the beginning of time with Adam and Eve? and Abel and Cain. And no, I don't think Cain is the son of Lucifer, the fifth fallen cherub, or formerly known as Lucifer. We call him Satan today. The Antichrist spirit. One of, at least. There were people that were just called to live in the world during normal times, during the middle, right? They had a normal, uneventful life. Not like, don't take that the wrong way, but uneventful meaning it wasn't at the beginning of time, or like, well, you would not want to be alive during Noah's time because only him and his family got out of there. But, well, only him and his family stayed alive. Anyway, but people were called to live during the beginning of time. People were called to live during the middle of time. And now all of us are here and present with one another being called for last call. Basically, Abba's saying, last call, guys. And we're called to be here at this time. And we're going to see some very incredible things. Hey, Lily, I love you, sweetheart. It's great to see you. We're going to see a lot of incredible things with each other. We've already been witnessing them. Like Narrow Path and I figured it out. We've known each other for 5 years now. Online, but we've kept in touch. I mean, we used to hang out 5 times a week with each other for hours upon hours. So I'm really glad that I made my covenant with Heavenly Abba back May 17th of 2014, because I asked him for 12 friends just like Jesus had. And you know what? You guys are my blessing from Abba. He gave me all of you. He gave me not only 12 friends, but he gave me a spiritual family, extended family, brothers and sisters and friends. He surrounded me with people. Hey, Anna, I love you, sweetheart. Everybody, this is my wonderful editor, and when I can get everything uploaded, you're going to see how great and incredible her editing skills are, and I recommend her. It's great to see you, Mart. I want to catch up on your videos. Welcome, sweetheart. It's great to see you, Mart. So, and today, a little bit of hope was restored. Because I don't have hope in humanity. All my hope is pretty much in Yeshua. But my hope a little bit was restored. I was watching a video by Laura Eisenhower. Let me get you the link. And when I was watching the video from her, I was like, wow, this gives me hope. It's encouraging to see. And, okay, here's the link to her video. They are important. Yeah, that's why I want to catch up with them, Mart. I'm so sorry I fell behind, sweetheart. But your videos are on the top of my to-do list. But this is a video by Laura. I think her name is Laura, or is it Lisa Eisenhower? If I mix up her name, I apologize. I mean no disrespect. I'm terrible with names. Lisa Eisenhower? Anyway, so there's the link to her video, but while I was watching it, I posted it up on Facebook, and above it I said, where you come from does not matter. It does not matter your religion or anti-religion, age, personal beliefs and lifestyle, background, ethnic group, gender, tax bracket, etc., etc. It matters where you are going. We all have a common enemy. We recognize it together. We are standing to fight it. Our fight is not with each other. It is with the powers that rule over us. And while I was watching her video, it encouraged me. It gave me some hope. And it was like, yeah, we're going through this with each other, guys, whether we like it or not, whether our hearts fail us or, whether we have to run as fast as lightning and take cover for 3.5 years through this whole great tribulation. We're going through it together. And it's really been my my humbled honor, privilege, and pleasure to meet all of you and get to know all of you. And just, I'm grateful you're in my life. I'm grateful you've accepted me and you're my friend. You guys are really special to me, and I want you to know that. So I'm telling you now, I love you. And I am with you, and I am for you in Yeshua's name. Eisenhower are a very interesting family. They made deals with demons, but I don't think they realized at that time. They just thought they were alien. Oh, wow. That's scary. Hey, Billy, sweetheart, it's great to see you, honey. Leandra Womack. Oh, thank you. I'm humbled. Thank you for saying that. I really, really deeply appreciate that, especially because lately I feel like I've had no content in my videos, and I really haven't. But just, I don't mean to put my personal life up online, although, well, just thank you. I'm sorry. I'm kind of babbling. I get nervous. Lots of triggers. Time to be strong together. I agree, Leandra. The other MK Ultra survivors are definitely feeling triggered around this time. You know, SRA, DID, people that have been exposed to MK Ultra projects. They're definitely feeling triggered. Their implants, they feel their implants being pinged and triggered. I know from my ears. Oh, wow, I'm humbled. Thank you, Leandra. I appreciate that. I know that my ears are ringing, and the pitches in them go up and down. Sometimes it'll just be in the left ear. Sometimes it'll be in both ears. I just noticed, I think it's like it's definitely within a mile. Maybe 3/4 of a mile. A quarter mile away from me is a Gwen Tower, and I'm so upset. I spotted it yesterday. And I'm like, oh, no. I want to go, like, tear down that thing. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm one scrawny beanpole. I think I might need, like, some guys with muscles to do that. Or at least a few horses. Several horses with a chain. Pull it down. Not that that would even work. But, so I engaged in spiritual warfare, pouring the blood of the Lamb on the Gwen Tower and praying that it not affect people and cause people agony and alter their state of mind, but also not to trigger people like myself that are DID, SRA, MK Ultra, and mind controlled in any capacity. Hey, Tina Marie, how are you? Happy Resurrection Day. Happy Resurrection Day. Oh, you're in my purse, too. Oh, Leandra, I'm really humbled. Thank you so very much. Hey, Vav, hey, bless you and your loved ones, sweetheart, in Yeshua's name. So I will try to figure out how to get up the edited version. And then I'll get my 3 parts added, and I'll get that, guys. I'll get that out to you for my autobiography on the website. So just so you know, that's my website. And I think it's still working. I hope I didn't mess it up. I really went through a hard time today trying to upload the edited version. So, and it just piqued my curiosity why I had so much trouble with my website when I came across that article from Robert Griswold and Dave Hodges talking about the internet slowing to a stop and our cell phones will be shut off. That's a blackout, guys. That's like when I start thinking, oh, Abba, uh-oh, this is Nazi Germany. This is like, okay, Hitler was Third Reich. What I feel like we're facing right now is Fourth Reich. That's exactly what it is. It's definitely a beast. In the spirit world, it feels like the darkness and the dark side has amped up. Now, because of my personal beliefs, I'm a Jesus lover, so I believe that he's bigger than the beast, of course. He conquers the beast. He's already won. But what I wanted to point out was that in the spirit world, I kind of feel and sense that this beast rising is very fierce and very strong. It's like hitting a solid brick wall. it means business. I feel like the dark powers and principalities, I feel the dark side is more intense. Time to break the chains of silence. Thank you. Yep, Fourth Reich. That's what I'm feeling. I found myself watching a video that my friend made online, but it was in German. And I sat there and I watched the whole video. I don't understand German whatsoever, but I sat there watching the whole video in German for like a half hour. So right there, that's something out of character for me. So right there, I know that these times are triggering me. Putting a face mask on, putting gloves on, that's like preparing to do a robbery. Or like when you're casing a place and you're going to go do an assassination attempt, or you're going to do, a home invasion of some sort. And of course, it's always occult or satanically inclined when you do these things, or to be under mind control, because Yeshua is the way out of mind control in my beliefs. And I'm not trying to preach or force this on anyone, but I do kind of like to preach sometimes, so forgive me. But that's our way out of mind control, and to become whole again, and to put all of our shattered pieces together as one whole being again. And but I don't know. I found myself on 2 different occasions. I stayed in my body, but I was pacing back and forth through my house at night. I woke up going from the kitchen into the living room. Another occasion, I found myself walking back into my bedroom. It was like I was walking around like on patrol. I didn't leave my body though, which, thank heavens, but I do notice that even I am triggered to an extent. Hey! I've noticed it's harder to stream videos on YouTube, especially the ones I'm subscribed to. Yeah, me too. Hey, River, it's great to see you. How does one escape a handler safely? You know what? I don't know. The way I got out of the dumps, in my opinion, is that Joe the mechanic let me go in approximately 2008. And then in 2011, I was approached by 3 super soldiers. They were coming forward to the public, and they wanted to know if I wanted to. And I said, absolutely not. You're not getting me on TV. No, I'm going my own way, doing my own thing. And in the end, where'd I end up? Right here on Holly Television. Happy Resurrection Day, Meek Dad. I love you. They let me go. But I would have to say, from the stuff that I've heard through Russ Dizdar and Tom Dunn and Russ Dizdar's SIIU team, to escape a handler and people who are handling you, you have to have an escape route. You have to have an escape plan. You have to have it set up. You have to know what time, when, keep everything to yourself in private. You have to have a destination set up. With people that are able to protect you, and if not, at least somewhere so far away that if you're going to be on your own, that you're so far removed that they won't be able to find you. You can only hope that you can piss a handler off and they just don't want anything to do with you anymore, and they just end up leaving you alone because you made them so mad. But you have to have an escape plan. Know where you're going. Have your money, have your stuff set up, knowing they're not going to be around, so when you leave, you're not tracked and followed as you leave, and you don't give off any hint or signal that you are leaving, and you just leave. That's how I would get away from a handler. I would try to find a freedom deliverance ministry and seek help from them. It's always great to have brothers and sisters as your support group. It's a good idea, but I would say get affiliated or associated somehow with a freedom deliverance ministry who can counsel you, who you can lean on. They can give you tips and advice, like Russ Dizdar's SIIU team. They're even Tom Dunn's teams. And they're also training people So there's more workers to help us, like people like me. Um, and that's what you want to do, is get involved in a freedom deliverance ministry and have them keep tabs on you and counsel you and help you. Um, and that way you can give all of your information to them, where you are, where you're going, and you have that. Because when I went through this a couple of months ago, I was like, oh boy, I don't even want to say that I'm leaving. I don't even want to say that I have to wait, to get my monthly money, because I'm on full disability. I'm like, I didn't even want to have to say I have to wait for that check, but something had happened. And I was already planning, but something had happened and it upset someone, so I ended up leaving sooner than expected. But I was planning on leaving anyway. It was only a matter of days at that point, a few weeks. Actually, 2.5 weeks, I was leaving anyway. But, and you don't give out your new information. You change your cell phone number. Don't give out your address. They can track you through your cell phone number. People are like, Holly, you really got to change your cell phone number. People can track you. I'm like, oh, man, if it's not for the implants inside me already tracking me, you got Bill Gates wanting to give you a vaccine with nanobots, so 5G towers and Gwen towers can track you. And now you got cell phones, but we already knew they were tracking devices, right? I don't know. I think we're all kind of in for it. I think we're in the prelude, all the players on the field, and we're just waiting for the gun to fire or the whistle to blow, and then it's game on. So, but definitely Eisenhower's, because I'm mixing up her first name, and I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but Miss Eisenhower's video actually gave me some hope, and I'm happy that I have hope for humanity. It definitely brightens my day. I heard about that too, Billy. Hey, it's James. How are you, sweetheart? Happy Resurrection Day. I love you. Gavin's travel vlogs. Everyone after this watch Gucci Gang music video. It is really good. Okay. What was I saying? Oh, the rescued children. I was asked about this, and I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or upset anyone, and I definitely do not mean to be confrontational or debate. But if you're going to ask me how I feel about the topic in my humbled, pessimistic point of view, I don't believe it. I really don't. I've dove down that rabbit hole. I've used, probably 10 different sources that I could find. And the 10 different sources I found all had the same couple of videos and the same couple of articles that I had seen on the internet. So, because I was released and because of my background and because I witnessed a lot of children being slaughtered, nobody comes to rescue you. You can't get in those domes. Are you kidding me? If you get in, good luck getting back out too. Don't forget about that. I think when they collapse these domes, they're leaving the evidence inside and they're collapsing them. I don't believe that any children are being rescued, and in my humble, pessimistic opinion, if they are rescuing children, it's only those who are implanted and programmed to be the troops for the Antichrist. And I'm not exaggerating, because that's what they were programming me to be used for. In Janus programming, I believe Janus is end times and last days programming, where you're basically acting out revelation in the Holy Bible. You're called in for martial law. You're called in to literally be the troops for the Antichrist. And my friend is a leader for the troops of the Antichrist. And I know that she's really been suffering during this time period with this COVID-19 lockdown, as I'm sure all of you are being affected in all sorts of manners too. I've come to the same conclusion, Holly. It's been disturbing. Really, Tina? Because I don't want to upset anyone at all. To dilute the public, yeah. They let me go. There was, I guess you could say, a quote unquote rescue mission when I was young. I don't know, maybe 4, 5. Us kids were up in Nelson, Canada, in an above ground government facility, and Majestic 12. Okay, so we were in an above ground government facility. I remember the one security guard telling one of the other children, Holly's your friend, and this is going to happen, and she's your friend. So it was kind of rumored, or at least a couple of us kids knew that it was coming. But anyway, they transported us kids in a convoy. We were going from Nelson, Canada to another base, I don't know where. And on the way, Majestic 12 ambushed us, and they called it a rescue mission. But our convoy, all of us, took fire, and the Hummer, or the vehicle that I was in with the kids, I think we jumped out of the passenger back door, I think. And we saw a building, and the adults in the vehicles were telling us to run. They were getting out their weapons, shooting back. Some of the kids got shot. I remember one kid got shot because when we ran from the vehicle to try to get cover and run away from the fight between whoever we were in the hands of, I guess it was Mangley in Nelson, Canada. I'm not quite sure, but Majestic 12 came to get us. And they took us out of, well, all right, so we're running towards the building to take cover, but the bullets kept zinging through the wood. So, and you can't stay still. When there's gunfire, you have to move. Like, if you're a sitting target, you're hit. Hey, Karen Harrington, it's great to see you. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Tina. So then, from the building, the two boys and I, we just started to try to run away in the opposite direction. And as we did, the two boys in front of me, they were running in front of me. One boy got shot in the shoulder or in the back of the shoulder, and he just went down. And me and the other boy, I think it was the kid's brother, I'm not sure, but me and the other boy just ran as fast as our feet could carry us. And from there, I don't remember what happened. I black out. So from my understanding, Majestic 12 got us. So they took us out of those torturing programs that we were in, but they still turned us over to mind control projects. It's just that, I guess, in their opinion, those projects weren't as brutal and it wasn't as torturous or treacherous to us, but I don't know. I don't think it was a rescue mission. If, like, my perspective of a rescue mission is you go get kids, you save them, and then you bring them to a healthy place to recover. You don't bring them to another deep underground military base and put them in another set of projects like they did us. Plus, you got to figure the elites are going to go hide in these dumbs. And what do they want? Adrenochrome. What are they not going to let happen? Any child that is trafficked in a dump get released. They're going to need it as a food source. Excuse me 1 second. I don't know. I don't mean to upset anybody, but I don't believe it. I don't believe anybody's getting saved. Hey, it's Dory Dew. I love you. Karen Harrington says, Holly, check out Bleach to Teach. Thank you, I will. Thank you, Narrow Path. The insidious thing about mind control is that even if you escape your handlers, you still have to battle all of the internal mind control. Thank you, Lily. Dory Do, how are you? I like pancakes too, blueberry pancakes. River, they're good. Hey, it's Jesper, what's going on? I want to get a ham radio. I'm planning on it. Somebody gave me a link, so I know what one I'm going to get. It's, I guess, like a beginner ham radio, and it's like the cheapest one, so I'm going to grab one of those. That's going to come in very handy. Can you imagine me on that thing? You guys will be like, oh my gosh, HTV is on ham radio. I'm kidding. Actually, no, I'm not. I'll get the permit to broadcast, so I'm looking into it. Absolutely. Hey, 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 Jesper. Escape is not total. It remains in your head and the battle continues. Yes, Tina Marie. I agree. Absolutely. The battle still wages on. They ripped us apart. They just ripped us apart. From head to toe. Mind, body, and soul. Yeah, I know. I'll need a license. That's all right. I'm looking into. Either way, I'm getting a ham radio. But yeah, I wonder how much a license goes for. Sorry, I shouldn't tap on the table because it like sounds terrible on the mic when that happens. When I'm shifting around. Oh yeah, Anna. Hey, I love you, Deb. I'm sorry I missed your call the other day, honey. What was I going to say to you, Anna? That is a problem with YouTube, where if you set up a stream for later, when it comes time for later to start your stream, there's no way to get into it to start your stream to go live. You have to start up a whole new broadcast to do it. It's a pain in the neck. Indeed, it will be needed very soon. Yes. It's all to stay there. I love you too, Deb. Yeah, we love your broadcast, Anna. You're awesome. What else did I want to address on this broadcast besides the cell phones and the internet slowing down? Amber Dubon, can we research into the Janus programming? How do people know if they have been programmed as children? Oh boy, that's a very good question. Does anybody in the chat room have an answer? Please feel free to give them. Hint, hint, hint. Lily, Mark, Dory, anyone? I don't know. I was fortunate because some of the kids that I remember and was trafficked with in their testimonies, they knew what projects we had been subjected to. They have more of their memories back than I do. They remember way more than I do. So from there, I knew IBIS. I knew I was from Project IBIS, but I also know that I've had end time programming, and they also call that Janus programming. And how do people know if they've been programmed as children? Well, I look up super soldiers in their testimonies, like Max Spears and James Casboll, Aaron McCullum, Kathy O'Brien, Carolyn Hamlet, and in their testimonies, they've been able to research these things and really dive into documents of it. So they've been of great help to me to help me figure out what happened. Or Alex programming. You had a severe eating disorder that never got better despite years of treatment, and I had memories come up. Wow, Lily, that's what happened to me. My whole life I had reoccurring nightmares of kids in a cage, caves, reoccurring dreams of caves with children, kids in cages being electrocuted. They were reoccurring dreams, and they lasted my whole life. And when I was 18 at church and people told me it was all in my head, go to a doctor, take pills, it's depression, it's growing pains, it's nothing but night terrors, ignore it and it'll go away. You're saved to Jesus now, he'll just take care of it for you. Did not teach me anything about spiritual warfare. They themselves had no clue about freedom deliverance and what it's about. They had no clue about mind control, about satanically ritualized and abused individuals or targeted individuals. They had the church and their congregants totally ill-equipped and ill-prepared, undereducated. And then, so yeah, eventually after like decades of being on medications, yeah, of course the reoccurring dreams stopped. But when I came off of all those prescriptions 6 years ago, those reoccurring dreams came back, and I was on YouTube researching like angels and demons, looking stuff up, trying to figure out what was happening in the world around me. And I bumped into like these super soldier videos. They kept popping up in my feed, and I'm like, oh, that's fantastical, whatever. So finally one day I click on it. Now I like to hear like the Band of Brothers in the HBO series. I like those movies, like war movies and documentaries on the wars. I enjoy them. But when I saw the word super soldier, I was like, huh? But anyway, I clicked on the video and boom, I just, every light switch went off in my head and I was like, wow, I can't believe I forgot that. I remember this kid, I remember that kid. And just a flood of memories came rushing back in. So much so that I lost my speaking abilities for 9 months. Hey, V, it's great to see you. Yeah, she's eye-opening, I'll tell you that much. When she talks about the shapeshifters, that's when I was like, I'm not the only one that's seen them. Try to figure some things out with my life and have no explanation for why I have very few memories of my past. That's another thing. I have gaps in my memories of my past. Like in my childhood, there's years that I don't remember. My 30s, I don't really remember them. Thank you. I'm blessed that Abba led me to rest his star. Yeah, right off the bat, I was like, Abba, I think I might be possessed by a demon. I have been listening to these testimonies and people from deep underground military bases, and you can't even say the word Jesus or Yeshua in these DUMBs because it scares off all the alien species and critters that are living down there. And that have control of these DUMBs. But the people coming out of these DUMBs, they have to be delivered. You know, we've been subjected to some satanic rituals. And when I realized that's what I needed, I said, Abba, can you lead me to one of them exorcist type dudes? And it's not an exorcist. The Catholic Church says exorcism, but really it's not. They're using the devil to cast out the devil, which just means that you're being possessed by more and more dark powers and principalities. A freedom deliverance is using Yeshua HaMashiach to cast out Ekbalo, dark powers, principalities, and dark forces, to cast them out of a person, out of a home, close down portals. So, Abba right off the bat led me to Rest Isdar. I guess I had been watching him for a month or two, probably like a good two months. And then I heard Russ was coming around to Jersey to do a conference, and I was like, oh, you bet your bottom dollar I'm going to be there. So I showed up at the conference. I said, listen, You talk about these satanic super soldiers. I think I might be one. That was hard. But when I did approach Russ with him, and the SIIU team was another SRA, and she recognized me to be DID. She's SRA and DID, I think. So she recognized me right off the bat. She was like, Russ, that girl is definitely DID. And there I am trying to say, I think I got a problem. So, and it's taken a lot to come to terms with things and deal with that surreal feeling and that Harry Truman surreal effect. You know, like the Harry Truman movie. I had a similar experience when the memories started coming up. Was first was sexual abuse, then ritual abuse, then the mind control. Yep. Wow, Lily, I'm really sorry what you suffered, sweetheart. Hey, Ben. He's one of my favorite mentors, too. Reoccurring dreams are definitely a clue. I remember watching a doc on the Navy SEALs and having memories. Wow. Why am I not surprised they panic in underground bases if Jesus is mentioned, as they are demonic and or hybrids? Right, Mart? Dory, I went to the church that sued Kentucky to have drive-in services today. Judge gave the church a restraining order against the state and city. What a blessing. Oh, praise be to Yud Hey Vav Hey for Yeshua. I'm so happy to hear that. Thanks for sharing that, Dory. That is awesome. Good. Good. People are just sitting in their cars. Let them. Abba's bigger. So the church can go on with their services is how I am interpreting that. I hope I interpreted it the right way. Happy resurrection. The city couldn't be there. Oh, but the church could still do services? Forgive me. I don't mean to misunderstand. Hey, Charlotte, it's good to see you, hon. Happy Resurrection Day. How do I dig deeper? Amber, good question. I've been trying to dig deeper, and I can't find anything. I really can't find anything. I think, plus, too, the internet's been scrubbed. So it's harder to, like with these AI algorithms, so it's harder to find stuff, but I have no idea, Amber. I really wish I did, because I'd be right there with you digging deeper myself. I just don't know how to, where to go. Hey, Amber Followill, it's great to see you. Happy Resurrection Day, yay. So, I'm useless, I'm sorry. They couldn't ambush the service. Yes, I am so happy to hear that, Dory. Yes, very, very cool. I guess I'm going to have to cook today. This sucks. I really don't want to, lift a finger. But not lifting a finger was yesterday on the Sabbath. Today's kind of back to work. Time to cook. I didn't cook yesterday. Check out Sean Atwood's last guest. Thank you. What do I need to know? Okay. How do we dig deeper into these projects? What was the question above? I think it was how do you know what projects you've been used in? What's Janus programming? What's Delta? What's Alpha? What's Omega? What's Ibis? What's Project Mannequin? What's Project Monarch? What's Project Seagate? How do we dive deeper into being able to look these things up? That's what I need to know. You're making lasagna? Ooh, Amber. Yummy. NWO. Yeah, the NWO, man. That should help with the... I was hoping they would have had a Field of Dreams kind of wine to get in there, but not so. Oh, if I was there, I would have went with you, Dory. Just not totally flooded like earlier, thankfully, says Charlotte. Your memories? Narrow says, I have a copy of the new Greenland disaster movie trailer on my site. It was deleted all over the internet. Really? What's that about, Narrow? A messenger for your opinion. Okay, Amber, but I know you get a lot. I'll look for it. I'll look for it. It should pop up, right? Now that you're like calling my attention to it, I will keep an eye out. I really want to respond and clean out my inboxes so I can like just get back in the loop with everybody and like be on point. So to give me, I don't want a horse. Well, actually, yeah, I do want a horse because when the OnStar in our cars stops working, a horse is my best choice of transportation. So yes, I accept the horse. Oh, Comet Atlas. It's coming. I heard that too. You know it's going to take out what? Well, I don't know if it's necessarily the Comet or Nuke, but you know they're taking down Washington, D.C. You know that's coming. Hey, Susie Q, how are you? I love you. I don't know, I can just see a big, huge wave taking down the White House building, but I'm not sure if it's a missile or a tidal, one of those 100-foot tidal waves that takes out D.C., but... Oh, spiritual horses. Oh, I thought you meant a real horse. I would ask my neighbors if I could keep it at their place. Oh my goodness, the other day when I was walking Keeper, I walked past the sheep. Oh boy, they have a ton of sheep. And I simply stopped because Keeper had to use the bathroom. And across this pasture, it's a big pasture, it's a field. And in the pasture are just tons of sheep and baby lambs. And on the opposite side of me is the farmer dude. So he can see me on the opposite side of the fenced-in pasture. And the sheep are mainly towards his end of the pasture. But anyway, I go walking by with Keeper, and she goes to the bathroom, so I clean up after her. And as I stand up, all of a sudden I hear, bah, bah. These sheep, I kid you not, took off across that field. They started trotting over to Keeper and I. And now, meanwhile, I'm trying to walk back down the fence so that way, like, I can get away from the pasture quickly and not draw attention to myself, not get in trouble with the farmer who owns the sheep, who's looking right at me as his sheep take off across the field near him and come trotting over to me. And, well, there were just groups of them coming. So as I'm walking down the fence, there's like a whole line of, like, sheep baying at me and chasing after me and coming towards me. And even the little babies were like trying to run and catch up to Keeper and I walking along the fence. Oh my goodness. I tried to grab a video of it, but I think I shook too much. But I put it up on YouTube. But I was like, wow, the welcoming committee just charged me. All of them. I mean, all of them started coming over to me. I'm like, oh no. I must have been bright red because the farmer's looking at me, and I'm like, I swear I was just, walking the dog, picking up after her, and, well, your sheep, I'm sorry. So I don't think I'll be walking Keeper that way past the sheep anymore. We're winning with Yeshua. Yes, we are. The churches may be empty, but so is the tomb. God is in control. Say la, Susie Q. Those sheep loved you. Yeah. Oh, man, that little baby sheep running. I fell in love with that little thing. I wish I could have pet it, but oh, my dog backed up into the fence that keeps the sheep in. Well, there's a wire fence. Okay, so you see the white fence, but behind that is also like a wire mesh fence, and it's electric. And they also have cattle. So it's got to be strong enough to keep the cattle in the pasture. You know, it can't be like a weak electric fence. It has to be pretty strong. Well, anyway, Keeper backed up into it by accident one day, and I look at her, and she looks like she was just like put on pause. I'm like, oh no! So I pull the leash, I pull it, and you just see her kind of like fall over a little bit, and then she catches her like footing and stands back up straight. I was like, oh, you poor little thing. You were like shocked in place. Oh, I felt so bad for Keeper when she bumped into that electric fence. I was like, oh, poor little girl. Oh, have a blessed and beautiful day, and blessings to your animals and chickens. Oh, happy Resurrection Day, sweetheart. I love you. So, no, I'll just borrow his sheep. That's okay. But okay, guys, I am probably gonna let you go because I gotta cook and figure out what I want to cook. I was thinking like I have a really good recipe for hot sauce, and I was thinking about making that and putting it on chicken. So, and then like so I like having buffalo style chicken breast, and then celery and blue cheese on the side. But then I was thinking, well, I could make chicken and Spanish rice, or I could make chicken breast and wine sauce and mushrooms and angel hair pasta. So I don't know what I'm gonna eat, but it's one of those three things that I'm gonna make. It depends. But I hope you have a beautiful day, Uncle Obvious. Thank you for joining me. I hope that all of you have a beautiful and blessed day. Happy Resurrection Day. I hope that you and your loved ones are safe, happy, healthy. I pray Abba shines his face to you, provides for you, and keeps all of you safe and sound. And I pray that he answers all of your prayers. So, okay, everyone, I'm going to let you go. I hope that you have a beautiful day. I love you very, very much. And I hope to see you guys soon. I hope to come up with some more content. If I do, I'll run another video later today. Oops. But we'll see what happens. If not, have an absolutely gorgeous day, guys. I love you so much. Thanks for joining me. Yeshua blessings. And again, happy Resurrection Day. Have a good one.